Hello, I'm ABXToyCat and welcome back to the video. So a lot of people have been asking me to make more videos on the old console version of Minecraft, and this is something I want to do as well. I've just been really focused on the new version, but I figured, since it kind of ties into that anyway, why not talk about some of the weird mysteries of this old version that to this day we still don't really quite understand. And you might think, like, what sort of mysteries do you mean by that? So again, there's lots of weird features that are kind of exclusive to this version and have a whole history of why is this in here that I want to kind of talk about, so that we can talk about some of the mysteries and maybe you can come up with your own theory for why all of these features are still in the game. So if you do enjoy this video, please do like it and let me know, because that helps out the channel. And listen, you do want to see more old console Minecraft videos. Again, I'm going to keep on making these as long as people are still sticking around for it, because this version of the game is still, the version that I get along the best with, I just feel the best playing. And again, you'll expect to see a lot of stuff, but let's get straight into talking about the very first mystery of this version of the game, which honestly comes down to the, we got a furnace minecart right here, right? And I feel like the furnace minecart is the biggest confusion ever, because when this was added to the PC version of the game, there was no such thing as powered rails, so it kind of made sense, because if you wanted to push minecarts, you have to do it like this. Well, you had a furnace minecart, kind of push it like that. So if you wanted to have this go some serious distance, you'd push it a few times, and then as you can see, the thing goes around, and it keeps on pushing your furnace, your regular minecart, and that's the way of getting around up hills, down hills, all that sort of stuff. You could do so with a furnace minecart. But the thing is after the powered rails were added, which was before the console version of the game came out, this thing became obsolete. However, in spite of that, it did come to the console version of Minecraft, because, they're replicating all the features. But then once it came to the console version of Minecraft, one, it didn't make any sense, because if there was going to be a furnace in a minecart, one, you'd assume like the minecart chest that it would work by, like you can cook stuff in there. But no, you can't cook stuff in there. You can just put coal in there, and then it smokes like this, and that somehow makes power. But second of all, if this was going to be a machine that, let's say you put coal in there, it cooks, and then the smoke comes out the back, why is that smoke pushing it this way? It doesn't make any sense that the furnace can be pushed sideways like this, because if the furnace was going to be pulling out some smoke, it would come out the back here, which would therefore make it go like this. It just doesn't make any sense exactly how the furnace minecart is being powered, and the fact that it's still in the game and has been removed from the brand new version of Minecraft console, but still remains here to this day, raises so many questions that I'm still just not entirely sure of. What is this thing? Does anyone really use it? And why does it need to exist in the first place? We still don't know the answer to any of those questions, and it seems like at some point the console version might be the only version using furnace minecarts, which would be really strange, but that is the furnace minecart in a nutshell right there. So let's move on to the second, little mystery of this version of the game, and that's to do with cakes, honestly. So cakes have this very strange property on the console, because they've been changing a bit on the PC and stuff, but on the Pocket Edition, the PC, every other edition of Minecraft besides, the console editions, the cake can only stack up to 1. So if you want to have some cake, you can just place it down, and that's all the cake you get. However, on the console, you can stack cake up to 64, which technically makes it the best food stack in the game, because even the best food, rabbit stew, only does 5, hunger hearts per, full item. However, you get 6 or 7 separate slices from a cake, which means you get way more actual hunger, which means a stack of cake will give you the most amount of hunger. Again, it's not the best food because you don't get saturation much from it, but still, the fact that there is a placeable block that you can actually use that also works as food is so strange, and it's never been properly explained why it stacks to 64 on the console, and it's known to the development team that this is not how it is on the PC, where they generally try to port from, or even now the Pocket Edition, which they're trying to port from. But yet, to this day, we still have stackable cake, and it's just one of those mysteries where I go, was this intentional? Was this accidental? Do they just, not know? Or, because, they've referenced it a few times. It's hard to be certain, what exactly it is, but there is some mystery going on with this cake, and maybe what it is just, there's people eating cake on the console, and they had to buff it to make it better, or maybe this is, the best console exclusive they can come up with. We don't want to have any controversial console exclusives, but what if we made it so that cake could be stacked to 64? No one can hate cake being stacked to 64, and it does make the console version objectively the best version of the game for cake. So there's something for you, objectively best version for cake, because of this weird cake mystery. The third mystery in this version of the game is actually going to be to do with the music discs. So you might recall there's 2 music discs on console, there's 12, but there's 2 that I'm going to be mentioning right now. There's a music disc called Cat, and there's a music disc called Where Are We Now? So Cat is pretty interesting because it's exactly the same as its PC and Pocket Edition counterpart, but it has the very interesting, Easter egg attached to it that, again, never been explained, never even been addressed, even in the slightest. This could be a bug with their files, but it actually plays after you're finished with it, the music called Dog. after you finish with cat, it starts playing dog, which is the strangest thing to me because, yeah, what that means is that, you know, after it plays dog, then it's playing this secret music that's not found in other versions, and that honestly I kind of like. So there's a secret 13th music disc contained within cat that, again, never been explained or addressed. The other thing that we've never had properly explained is the 12th music disc. So this came first to the console. There was always a song on the PC called Where Are We Now, but the music disc never worked for it. However, when this did eventually come out on the PC, it was called Wait. So this means the other versions of the game have a music disc called Wait. It's exactly the same song, but on ours it's called Where Are We Now, and it's very strange that they never fixed this to address that, and it's also rather interesting that, again, the file name, Where Are We Now, broke the, you know, it broke both the Pocket Edition and the PC versions. However, the console version could just play it just fine, and that's why there was an exclusive music disc. But why is the file system so different? The console, you know, it's just programmed better so it can have spaces in the names. It's such a strange thing because so many other names have issues with that, but they managed to get Where Are We Now working here first. And there's something interesting about that again, I really want to know the kind of mystery, the story behind that one, but maybe we won't ever. So the next final thing, the next big thing here is actually to do with the potions of luck. So there are a bunch of potions found on the console version of the game, and one of the interesting ones is the potion of luck. This is a, we've got two right here. This is the potion of luck, and this is the lingering potion of luck. So the potion of luck gives you +1 luck, and you might say, oh, well, that's easy, so the potion of luck gives you luck. Well, that's not a mystery toy cat, but what does luck do? And you might think, you know, like, oh yeah, it makes you more lucky, maybe you do more critical hits, or, you know, yeah, everyone has a theory on like why this is, but there's no officially confirmed thing as to what luck's meant to be. However, there is like a, you know, an actual use for it, because in theory on the PC you can use custom maps that use luck to make better drop tables and loot tables and stuff like that, but that's not valid on console because you can't make custom drop tables. But one thing you can actually do is fish very slightly better. Again, it's fairly significant when you use a you know, luck the sea fishing rod, but you get very slightly better stuff. So here you can see this is a chest of stuff you get with no luck. As you can see, pretty good stuff. And here's the stuff you get with luck. So you can see how you know, the fishing distribution, the raw fish went I guess down a little bit, and the other fish went up just a tiny bit, as you can see right there. So you get better fish, you get better enchantments on your stuff, and basically fishing is the only thing to benefit from this potion of luck. And you might say, oh, that makes a lot of sense. But the thing about the potion of luck is it's a creative only item. So the only reason you'd ever want to use this potion of luck is if you're in creative, somehow you've watched ToyCat videos, because you know that's the only way you can know about this, or like somehow you just know about how luck works, you know it affects fishing, and for some reason you want to fish in creative and get very slightly better. Again, it's hard to notice unless you fish for like 100 items like I have right here. Even then, you can only barely see the difference, right, between luck and no luck. So yeah, and then, oh, by the way, here's luck combined with fishing, luck of the sea, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, much better right there. You get a lot of enchanted stuff, but the thing is like, why do you need it to happen that way? Why do you want random stuff in creative? It's never probably been explained, and maybe it's just one of these things where like the PC has it, so we have it here, but like I feel like luck should have some exclusive, you know, use on console, like maybe the Furnace minecart, like maybe all the other things we're talking about, just to kind of make sense of that. So the final mystery of Minecraft console is actually the village well. This is one of the longest lasting exclusive structures, again, never explained or addressed by a developer to my knowledge. Again, maybe it just happened and I missed it in some way, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. So the village well, if you don't know, is a well you find in the center of Minecraft villages. Well, that's easy, all done here, right? But the thing about these village wells is you could find these by themselves in your Minecraft world for the longest time. I haven't found one since the update. Maybe they still exist in the game, maybe they're just rare, but it would just be the village well and nothing else. And, you know, for the longest time, a lot of people assumed like, oh yeah, that's just an exclusive structure, but it was never mentioned anywhere, and to my, you know, my explanation would probably be that it was a bug. It was when a village tried to generate and just couldn't. And you might say, oh, you've solved the mystery there, ToyCat, well, good job making a video on this. But the thing is that wouldn't make much sense either, because when I used village calculators to see where villages could be, there's a website, it's called Chunkbase, you can see where villages should be in your Minecraft world based on your seed. These would never show up where the villages were meant to show up. There'd be village locations well away from them, which means that these didn't show up where villages were. They were just random things that would generate for so long too. Like, I don't believe this could have been a bug, because it lasted for some ungodly number of updates, like 2 or 3 years, and then mystically it just stops showing up in the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 updates. I don't know the full story behind this thing. I'd love to hear, like, was the village well a glitch? Was it intentional? Was it somewhere between the two things where they found it out and then they just left it for as long as they could? Or, you know, do 4J Studios to this day not know about this well? Because, so, you know, everyone has an experience of it, but everyone just kind of, like, assumed it was a console thing after a while, but we never had it officially confirmed, and I really want to know. So, if you are a 4J Studios employee somehow watching this, please do let me know any of the above things, or all of the above things, in fact. fact, make the furnace minecart cool, give luck a real use, that'd be great, and also explain the where are we now and cat thing. I'd love to hear something about that, but if you enjoy, hopefully you did enjoy the watching video. If you're not a 4J Studios employee, please do like it if you did like it, because it helps out the channel up. Let us know you do enjoy this sort of video, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching. I want to know, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, I've changed my upload schedule. I upload at an hour later now, my first video, so there's like 5 PM, 9 PM UK time. Keep that in your diary, or wherever you write down times these days. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Forever.